Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It is Friday, February 5th, 2021. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's going to be an exciting one today. Ethereum, of course, flying at all-time highs. Ethereum crested over 1,700 earlier. Well, I think it was late last night, but things are looking pretty amazing on the markets today. I see the alt space is a sea of green today, and even Bitcoin seems to be winding up for another run at all-time highs. What is this weekend going to look like? Well, to discuss this and more, and maybe give their predictions as to what's to come, we're going to have Alex and Jason with us today. First, let's bring on Alex. Alex, how are you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm well. A few of my bags pumped very bigly overnight. I feel happy about that. As you guys know, I'm still sitting more than I would like to be right now in cash, but those few alts that I was still holding on to, those bags are doing wonderful. So my account's up. I'm happy, although I'm missing out on some gains. That makes me sad in some ways. But I feel good that I feel like I gave you guys good advice yesterday. My parting comment was alts, 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 alts. Don't look at Bitcoin.
Yep.
And I feel like that was borne out.
Yeah, you nailed it. Well done on that. And of course, we have Jason with us. Jason, how are you doing today?
Happy Friday, everyone.
How your trades looking today?
Today they're popping off, my friend. I think we hit 5 actually take profits today.
That's what I like to hear.
In the morning, let's see here, we had Dash USD, which was called yesterday night. Yesterday night. Who says that? Dash, Wabi, IOTA, LSK, Waves just barely didn't hit it, but I'm expecting that to come.
Oh, you had a Waves long too?
And Waves BTC, not Waves USDT. I think we called them the same day, to be honest with you.
It's possible.
But
great
yeah,
minds.
things are looking great. We took one hourly position last night to be a little cheeky, and I knew as soon as it wicked down there that it was going to just reverse right back up, but got stopped out on it, unfortunately. So got to chalk up one loss so far.
The market's pumping so much, we don't even need to take lower time frame positions. I got to tell you guys, is anyone hurting out there for trading options or big gainers? I don't think so.
People in shorts, maybe.
Oh, actually, subtextually says your waves just hit TP1. And
there's the flavor.
And then she says TP1 exclamation point boom exclamation point.
That's what I like
Boom
to hear. So you heard it here, folks. We're moving TPs all over the place. We're moving stop losses to break even. We're not losing money.
Yeah, brilliant work, guys. As usual, our analysts are on the ball. If you're following us in the premium group and taking some of the signals, well, you must have been, you must be pretty happy now. I imagine customer satisfaction over at premium is at record highs. Am I right, guys? You tell me. I'm sure we got quite a few premium members in the live chat with us here this morning. I'm going to shout out the live audience in a little bit, and in the meantime, let's take a quick look at crypto bubbles, then we'll get into today's poll. Let's see what's going on here today. I see ZRX. Whew, what happened to ZRX overnight? Up 81%. Anybody here in ZeroX?
About it.
I am PO'd. I almost called the ZRX long, but I thought, it looks like it's lagging just a little bit. And I should have known better. ZRX is usually a big when it starts moving.
I should have known better.
ZRX it's not a fly-by-night project. It's it's got a good team behind it. They're doing stuff. It's a decentralized exchange project.
They're doing stuff.
It's in. Right now,
days like this, I think of Mr. Ether, who has a very diverse portfolio of alts that he has been accumulating all throughout the bear market, and then some. When all these coins were in the dumps, Mr. Ether was collecting them all. Mr. Ether, you must be doing exceptionally well, but let's keep going. Maker up 50%, very nicely done there. We've got KNC up 34%. We got Atom up 37%. LRC Loop Ring up 43%. Man, it just keeps coming and coming.
The hits just keep on coming.
Yeah, major winners across the board. Congrats to anybody holding any of these. It's a sea of green out there, guys. So most coins doing fairly well. Doge down 5%. I might have to mention the Doge. But with that said,
respect the Doge.
Respect the Doge. But trade it, don't marry it, guys. What else? What more could we say?
I like that. We should make that into a quote. Trade
So-
it, don't marry it.
Yep. All right, let's take a quick look at the poll, shall we? Here we go. We've got a poll up, and maybe before I go into the poll, I'll drop the link in the live chat. Let everybody navigate over to our community tab on our YouTube channel. Check this out, guys. This one's for you. All right, let me drag this poll up a bit here. Let me make sure everything is nicely visible for everyone. Here we go. Today's poll, guys, is altcoins and DeFi tokens are on a tear. Which of the following coins do you think will be the biggest gainers of the weekend? That's right, guys. It's a Friday, heading into the weekend. What say you? Which of these coins are going to be the big ones to melt up further than anything else this weekend? Which of these coins are you the most bullish on? Can't help but notice there's already 7 votes on our poll. Very nice. First option.
Thank you, folks.
First option is Ethereum will keep posting new all-time highs. If you're bullish on one of the kings of crypto, Ethereum, this option is for you. Do you think Ethereum will just keep running and this is the coin to be in? Do let us know. First option's for you. AAVE. AAVE's been a big one. AAVE's been a banger this season, aka Lend. What do you guys think? Is AAVE going to be the top performer of the weekend? Let us know by clicking the second option. Third option's Maker. Things like Maker has been pretty quiet, seemingly through the bear market in the last few weeks, but like the last week or so, it's just really come online. Maker has been running for it. Do you think Maker is going to be one of the top performers of the weekend? Post it here. Finally, we have Uniswap, the Uni token. On a tear. Last time I checked, $20-something, $21 for Uni, still climbing. You think the decentralized exchange, the leading decentralized exchange in the space, going to be one of the biggest gainers this week? This option's for you. Finally, if none of these really fit and you are bullish on coins like Link, NewsCypher, Sushi, 1inch, Atom, Algo even, let us know. This other option is for you. Me personally, man, I am super bullish on what Ethereum is doing. I think it's going to keep posting new all-time highs. I'm thinking Ethereum, at the rate it's going, will be the top coin of the weekend. Gonna make
I think we missed out on including a joke Post Malone option. We really should have done it.
Yes, you're right.
Well,
Post Malone.
We have plenty of time. Jack's getting pissed off about the
Plenty
Post
more
Malone.
polls to go, guys. We get Post Malone in there, but I submitted my response. I was vote number 8. And apparently 50% of votes so far are currently bullish on Ethereum going forward. Thanks again, guys, for anybody participating in the poll. Make sure you hit that like button at the bottom of the poll. And if you really want to put the poll over the top, click the comment and drop a comment below. I see Mr. Ether already did. Mr. Ether saying, AAVE been running too much to be the weekend's biggest winner. All right. Gonna click like on his response. Yesterday's poll, let's just quickly take a look. Did you buy the dip on GME? Well, this kind of reminds me, GME has really run its course. $60-something GME. Is the fever over? Is this it? Has GME been a flash in the pan meme that nothing really mounted of it? Potentially, but let's see. We had 92 votes yesterday on yesterday's poll. Did you buy the GME dip? Apparently, Diamond Hands was the top response. Kind of evenly split across the 4, but indeed, Diamond Hands was the one. So, we have some GME holders in here. Are they still holding? Must, because it says here 37% of your responses were toward Diamond Hands. So, wow. Good job, I guess, guys.
Wow.
Thank you. I mean, if you're still in GME, my hat's off to you, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know what a disaster that appears to be amounting to. But yes,
well, I
guys.
mean, if you're selling from $7, then you're like, I feel like we can still retest just a little higher here on GME. I don't know if we'll ever hit $400 again, but
Yeah.
I could see taking GME from here to like $120 or so. I see some volume there.
Alex is trying to set up the next short squeeze, baby.
Yeah.
He is. All right, let's I'm gonna quickly shout out the audience, and then I'm gonna dive into the news. News is gonna be nice and brief today. We'll get straight into the analysis today. First one through our door this morning was ANCAP Futures. ANCAP Futures, of course, channel supporter, dabbing in the live chat. ANCAP, you got to tell us your secret. How are you consistently the first guy here every day? Are you refreshing your subscriptions?
Yeah, I didn't get a YouTube notification today. Did anybody else get a YouTube notification?
Yeah, do let us know.
I don't think I did.
You get a YouTube notification? I don't
think we did yesterday.
Yep, didn't yesterday. Maybe that's why it hurt the numbers. Who knows? Sometimes you get shadow banned to some degree or another. Ron Legato is in here. We have Raleigh Aban saying, hello folks, how are you doing? Nice to see you again. Crypto Cat is in here. Scott Cat. Okay, someone changed their name from Skokie to Scott. So, Scott Cat, hey party people. Interesting. How come this guy has got like this checkmark status? I've never seen that. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah, is that the Ahmed guy?
Yeah, Mr. Ahmed Zishan.
I don't know what that means either.
Yeah, I've never seen this checkmark here before. Is he like VIP over at YouTube? Do let us know, Ahmed Zishan. Hi guys, I've been seeing your streams for a couple days. Great insights. Been using your strats too. Great effect in the bullish market. Yeah, our strats, I mean, what our analysts have been doing have been just... wow, just knocking them out of the park.
And that's important. It's important to me that like you can see what we're doing and take that away and then use it without us, because that's the whole point. So that's really awesome to hear.
Yep, indeed. We'll check back in with Ahmed and his requests in a bit. Bflow says bonjour. Boris Bitcoin, happy Friday. Been a profitable week. Hope you're all making good gains. Thank you, Boris Bitcoin. We got subtext in here. Always nice to see subtext in the live chat. Let's see. Scott Cat says, nah, he kept calling me Skokie, and that's just Skoke like rhymes with broke, so I made it. Oh, so it was just Skoke. He was Skokat. I call him Skokie. So he just went to Scott. Alright. That simplifies it for me. I had a feeling Skokie was
like, okay, Scotty.
Yes, okay, Scotty, indeed. We have Daniel, another channel supporter, in here saying, what a day, guys. Yeah, it is what a day. I'm sure some people are waking up. Like, you went to bed with, like, a sweet-looking portfolio, and you wake up to an even better-looking portfolio. You know we're in the middle of an unprecedented bull market right now. Bull market right now.
Was that a Freudian slip?
Yeah, it might have been a Freudian slip. Not to, let's knock on wood, guys. I don't want to throw off anybody's amazing performance right now. S. Hyatt is in here. We're having a full house today. Jezza Coin, great day. What's up, guys? Mr. Ether's in here. Big profits in some little shit coins today. Yes, big profits in little coins. I like that, Mr. Ether. Let's see here. Subtext requesting. Yes, we will look at Wall Street Bets subtext. Hang on. She's also noting that, Jason, you won like 28 of 31 of your trades. Is that for the month of January, or what is she referring to?
It was 29 of 33. Oh, 29 of 34 was my
January performance? Oh, December performance.
Yes.
Wow, well, that is significantly worse than we were originally led to believe, Jason.
What do you mean? It was actually better.
Well, the first one was 95%, but that one is only like 90%.
No, I'm sorry. I added one. I added the wrong one. It was 34 of 30 of 34.
Oh.
That's my fault. I only had 4 losing.
Well, that's only 91% accuracy, Jason.
That's I know. I'm working on it, dude. Give me a break.
Killing it, Jason. Congrats, dude. Such great work.
Back to work. Crack.
Subtext points out that's literally 90%. Yes,
in a nice way, though.
Great work. We got the Bricks in here saying, hi, everyone. I have a request. Possible. Yeah, just post your request, and we will get to it shortly. Let's see here. We have, I think, everybody. David Windle in here. And last but not least, what do we got left? CL in here. Peace. Looks like we're entering the second half of the bull market, the parabolic, before the collapse phase. No. Let's not get too bummed out about a potential collapse. Let's try to milk this wave for everything it's worth, guys. And this might last another 8 months to 3 years even. Dude, this bull market could go on for a while. I don't know if this is over yet. I don't know if it's just going to be a flash in the pan wave of excitement. I really think this could be a multi-yeared bull cycle, but who knows. For now, let's try to get through at least to the fall of 2021 and keep the momentum going. Like I said, 2021, is this the year we're going to see $150,000 Bitcoin? I certainly hope so. Polly B is in here saying hello to everyone. Mr. Unicorn, channel supporter, thank you again. Finally, Rob G is in here. And finally, David Rice. David Rice says he's rolled and baked. Okay, I'm glad you're baked. Make sure you lean back in your chair, close your eyes, and you're about to get some ASMR chart treatment for you today. All right, everyone shout it out. If I missed anybody, my apologies. Ooh, I see RK came in here saying she's always in here. Nice to see you, RK. SPRJ Cube says hi. All right, I've said my piece. Time to get into the news so we can get into the charts. All right, interesting story today. Alex posted this in the News Pulse Premium. This is a good read. I'm going to drop the link in the live chat if anybody wants to check out this story from Vanity Fair. It's about the rise and fall of the Bitcoin billionaire Arthur Hayes. This is something we covered earlier this year. BitMEX is on the outs, right? The regulators came after BitMEX. One of the CEOs one of the executives got arrested, I think, in the U.S. somewhere in Maine, if I remember correctly, while the other guys are on the run. So this is, of course, the famous Bitcoin billionaire at the head of the derivatives exchange BitMEX, the #1 place to trade Bitcoin derivatives, it seemed like, for the last few years, until other competitors have come online and really taken the crown away from BitMEX. But the BitMEX co-founder created a cryptocurrency exchange that has traded trillions, and now he's wanted by U.S. authorities, and insiders wonder whether he and his partners are villains or victims of a two-tier justice system that favors big banks over brash outsiders. Yes,
Oh,
so
he is such a villain. It's nice of Vanity Fair to give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt in the story, but anybody who's been in the space for very long knows that BitMEX is super shady with their practices. The $100 billion quote-unquote insurance fund that they never use, even during times of emergency, is super fucking shady. And everybody knows that, you set up shop in is he in the Maldives or Seychelles? I think it's in the Seychelles where he's got his business set up. You don't set up your business in the Seychelles because you're going to do a bunch of above board work with the United States residents, right? You do it to dodge international tax laws and other regulations. So I guess my opinion here is not very secret, but those are my feelings on the matter.
Sally sells Seychelles down by the seashore.
there you go, guys. That's
We got
Alex's
ourselves another
take
channel
on
supporter
Arthur
here.
Hayes. Yes, we do we? Yes.
Yeah, we just had someone sign up. Crudy K.
Yes,
Much appreciated, my
Crudy
friend.
K just became a helpful supporter of the channel. Crudy K, thank you so much for joining and supporting what we do here at Cracking Crypto. We are so glad to get your support and be your daily market update, your daily source of crypto, YouTube, entertainment, and news, and market information. Finally, guys, yes, so I'm just gonna Alex kind of gave you the long and short of it, but it's an interesting read about Arthur Hayes. He lives large, and this is an empire. This is an empire. This man, I'm sure, has made billions potentially of an individual for. But it's an interesting read, guys. Do check it out. The rise and fall of a Bitcoin billionaire. Interesting article. I did drop the link a little earlier in the live chat. Finally, I heard that the Yearn finance hack, I do think it was Yearn, right? Yearn DAI V1 vault got exploited. The attacker got away with $2.8 million. The vault lost $11 million. Deposits into strategies disabled for V1 DAI, TUSD, USD, and USDT vaults. We will investigate. All right, so apparently this is I think Alex was saying potentially a flash loan exploit that took the money away from the Yearn pool, but just goes to show you these are just one of the abilities in the DeFi space, in the crypto space. It's unfortunate when these things happen, but indeed some clever hacker or exploiter managed to make away with millions of dollars from these from the Yearn protocol. Just goes to show you guys this stuff is still experimental, kind of like we were talking yesterday. Somebody on the show asked us what are the black swan events that could potentially come in come like a thief in the night and get you when you least expect it. Well,
percent attacks.
yes, there's those, but then there's just simple exploits on these DeFi protocols. So just be careful out there, guys. This is just one of the risks you take when you engage with DeFi protocols, whether it's the developers themselves pulling the rug out from under you, or it's clever exploiters finding a way to drain millions of dollars out of the pools of liquidity. These are just, hopefully Yearn gets back on their feet and is able to make some investors whole. I do have this story that came across a little later. Tether freezes 1.7 million stolen by Yearn Finance hacker. Yes, this is probably a good time to remind everybody, USDT Tether is I know it operates on a decentralized network, but it's very much a centralized issuance coin, which means that the Tether the Tether administration can freeze assets. They control their issuance, but they also can freeze and blacklist accounts. So apparently, stablecoin issuer Tether has frozen $1.7 million worth of USDT tokens linked to the recent Yearn Finance hack, according to a tweet posted by their CTO Pablo Ardolo. All right, so just wanted to leave this up here as a reminder that yes, USDT can be frozen. This is not something that's completely censorship resistant.
Yeah, USDT is not a decentralized crypto, guys. It's a super decentralized. It's a smart contracts based thing, but it is in no way decentralized. It's completely controlled by the Tether Corporation, which is a part of Bitfinex. And they can and will just like turn off a wallet, freeze money, assets, whatever, because the network is completely under their control.
Yep. So if you weren't aware of this before, well, today, remember, this is your introduction to Tether, and the fact that yes, they do have the ability to control and freeze it.
Just like GME.
Tether has had to assist law enforcement by freezing USDT tokens or reversing transactions on Ethereum or Tron to prevent criminals from cashing out their ill-gotten tokens in the past. Last September, Tether froze $33 million worth of funds that were stolen from the KuCoin exchange during the $281 million hack. While certainly benefiting the victims of hackers and scammers, this ability also attracts criticism from those who are concerned about the stablecoin centralization. Guys, it's a stablecoin.
Unfortunately, USDC is also just as centralized as USDT.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just controlled by a different company, but they can do all the same things. Basically, there are few decentralized stable coins that you can choose from. One of them is DAI, D-A-I. That's part of the that's on the Ethereum network also. I think a Maker is behind that.
Yes, precisely.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's part of Maker's ecosystem. Yes, that's what I call a synthetic stablecoin. But I do think it's like somewhat vulnerable to like market conditions. Whereas like USDT is and USDC, I don't have any kind of issue.
No, I think they end up still pegged to the dollar via smart contract. I think it's only when you're depositing ETH as collateral and withdrawing DAI that you then have to worry about market conditions, because then you could get liquidated on your loan essentially.
Fair enough.
If your collateral ends up worth too much less than what you owe on the loan.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, it works. DAI works a little differently. So yes, it's not a centralized stablecoin like these others. But yeah, I think an interesting lesson from the crypto playbook today. All right, that covers it for now. Gonna just quickly refresh the poll. We got 24 votes on the community poll today. The question, of course, being which of the following coins do you think will be the biggest gainers of the weekend? Apparently, people are very bullish on Ethereum. 42% of respondents say Ethereum will keep posting new all-time highs heading into the weekend. All right, brilliant work. Let's move into, I'm going to drop the poll. Who's spamming the chat? No more spam, guys. I'm going to ban. Well,
I don't think anyone's spamming, actually.
Well, I just tabbed over to my browser, and I just happened to notice a huge string of replies from Agency and the Bricks all at once. Now, these are good people, so I'm not going to ban them, but I was a little...
They're just happy and chatting.
Yes, indeed they are, guys. All right, so we're going to get into the main show now. You know how the show schedule goes. It's just down here on the left. First hour, we go from news and intro into the majors like Bitcoin and Ethereum and alts. Finally, in the second hour, we will be taking your chart requests and any questions you may have. So do post them during the course of the show. I'm going to be switching over to Alex's screen now. Alex, I've got you up. Here we go. And finally, yes, let me hide the poll as well. Alex, you are on screen. I'm going to dive into the live chat. I'm going to start collecting everybody's requests and questions, and we're going to go from here. All right. Okay. Best of luck. Be back in a bit.
All right. Currently, I feel like Bitcoin could go either way. I'm slightly bearish on lower time frames in that I think we might wander down to, gosh, I'm not even sure. At least towards 34.5. Again, the point of control right in this area. I don't know that I'm necessarily seeing like a big pullback over the weekend to form a new low or anything like that. I would actually be surprised if we did much else besides just trade sideways in this general area for the rest of the weekend. Here on the daily time frame, we don't have a lot of momentum. As you can see, our momentum has is slowly starting to decrease here. We're just hanging around in the middle of our trading range and just above the point of control, which is mildly bullish for us. Obviously, being above the point of control would mean that we're back in Bitcoin if you're using the hedging strategy. Although if you're using the CME chart and the CME chart's baseline, then we are still below it. And in which case, we're still bearish. But whatever you're choosing to use, you just want to be sure that you're consistent with that strategy, because otherwise, it's you're going to end up screwing yourself if you keep switching back and forth. And you're just going to your own discretion, and you're going to make all the wrong choices. So, so I would say the thing to do here on Bitcoin right now is nothing, because all the action is still in alts, and Bitcoin isn't really telling us to do much here. Like you could potentially, like I said, you could score a lower time frame short right here. As you can see, we appear to have we appear to have rejected from this high right here. Boom, boom, boom. Third rejection, curling under, starting to get a signal from water right here. You'd want to wait on confirmation, maybe another few more candles down or so on the 3 hour, but it looks kind of solid here. I like this area, like I said, 345 or 3450 rather. 30. You guys know what I'm saying. Those three numbers first.
Spit it out.
Yeah. See, here on Ethereum.
Hard to argue with that chart, huh?
It is hard to argue with the chart.
Bullish.
Yep. At this point, Ethereum simply just needs to keep moving up. If we ended up... If we end up anywhere back below 1600, then I would expect back towards 1400 range. So we need to hold this support level right here. If we don't, then we'll come back down here to retest these highs right here, which are currently unretested. So this may be a matter of like, this is just what's going to happen over the weekend. And we could see that if Bitcoin does do that pullback to 34.5 that we're looking at, obviously if Bitcoin pulls back, the other USD pairings are going to pull back with Bitcoin most likely, unless they're moving super strong on the Bitcoin pairings. Here. On the weekly here, Ethereum Bitcoin just shows that Ethereum continues to be the better choice than Bitcoin going forward. If you gotta choose between holding Ethereum or Bitcoin, just be in Ethereum right now. And this is probably going to be true over the course of the next year, I would imagine. For those of you who are new to the show, relatively recently, you can see here Ethereum has a multi-year, 3-year long downtrend against Bitcoin. We break that middle of last year in July. We make a new high. We trade down for a few months, and now here we are. We're breaking out of this long-term trading range from 2018 to all the way up to now in 2021. We're breaking above it.
Right off of that too.
Last week we retest it, we hold it. that's sort of a nail in the coffin if you're deciding whether or not you want to hold Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like, boom, it's Ethereum. Ethereum's going to be the best choice. So obviously from week to week, that could change, but the long-term trend is Ethereum, period.
She's a beaut, Clark.
Yep, she's a beaut. Well, let's go ahead and take a broad overview here. Bitcoin market dominance continues falling. We've gone below the weekly baseline here. We're below the daily trend. This is looking pretty rough for Bitcoin dominance. Right now, I just see no sign that we won't keep dropping on Bitcoin dominance, which means that alts in general are the better choice than Bitcoin right now. And it appears going forward.
No. Yeah, Bubbles would definitely agree.
Yeah. So this is showing us the trend in the flow of money. More money is flowing into alts than into Bitcoin. Therefore, alts are having bigger gains than Bitcoin is having. So this is the percent of the market cap that is comprised of Bitcoin. So right now, hovering around 61% of the market cap is Bitcoin and falling. Uniswap gone this week. This week we finally broke the high just 2 days ago. We finally break the high here on resistance. So Uniswap coins starting to make very big moves this week. We'll take a look at some of them a little later. I know I saw some Uniswap coin requests, and I mean, I'll certainly be happy to paste to them. They're doing some amazing things right now. These were lagging earlier in the week. Now they're starting to catch up a little bit. Asian coins right now making a new high, breaking this high. So we should see this reflected in VeChain, Quant, TRX, a few others. DeFi coins just continuing onwards. As you can see, we broke up from this ascending wedge right here. Very parabolic. Privacy coins making it, just kind of retesting the high today. Not super exciting looking. Exchange coins, I imagine this is BNB. Yep, this is all BNB. Like I said, shitcoins, respectable, very good today, but has been lagging DeFi and the other coins.
Well, I mean, everything's been lagging DeFi.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, there's not a single bearish thing to say about alts right now. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the broader market. We'll come back and we'll start taking chart requests.
Okay.
Dollar, oof, rough day for the dollar, and that is a great thing for alts and for Bitcoin and for being on the stock market or anything. So as we know, Bitcoin and the maybe not the alts in general, but Bitcoin and Ethereum have had a lot of headwind over the past couple of weeks while the dollar has been rising. And today, the dollar took it on the chin. Let's go in to a lower time frame. The 4 hours good here. Yeah, so we appear to have rejected from this big low volume node that we have above us, where price doesn't really like to trade. Well, it's not technically price, but this value of the US dollar does not like to trade. I think we're going to get a pullback at least back into this general consolidation right here. That's good. This could mean that we do have a pump in the alts over the weekend. The dollar does not trade over the weekend, so that will also be good for the alts and crypto in general, because we won't have any sort of headwind from that.
Mm-hmm. Get out of the dollar.
Yeah. Right now, we are on the cusp of getting a long signal for the Dow Jones. As you can see, we're above the daily baseline here, so we're biased long, crossed above zero, but we don't have enough momentum yet. We're not above these dotted blue line.
There.
Dotted blue line. Did I say that right? Yeah, I said that right here. So this is good. This is telling us essentially that the markets they're positioned bullishly here. As per usual, I am not sold until we break this high, until we break above resistance. Like, let's really see it. Let's really see it, and then we'll know for sure.
Mm-hmm. Always wait for evidence. Don't go off your gut.
Yeah.
Ooh.
NASDAQ is going for it. This is...
Yes, it is.
You know what?
New all-time high?
Was the long no, we didn't have the long signal yesterday. We were just shy on momentum.
Yep.
I think I might squeeze us into a QQQ long later today. I know we're just a little bit above the qualifying line, but I'd hate to miss it. You know, we've been poised at this resistance for weeks, and, you know, I've had my doubts here. But if we're going to break up, I'll be damned if we're going to be left behind. So we'll take a look at it. We will take a look at it at today's close, see what happens. Or maybe we'll look at it on Monday. I don't know if I necessarily want to sneak into a position right before the weekend.
Yeah, over the weekend.
Then again, we could gap up on Monday and then just be totally, like, not be
out of it.
Trade.
Yep. It might be the right move. We'll talk about it later. Talk about it towards close.
Exactly. Read my mind, buddy. New all-time high on SPY today. What can I say? This is a long, guys. Yesterday didn't have enough momentum, but we're there. Well, guys, I think that the market peeked out of its little groundhog hole, saw its shadow, and we're getting 6 more weeks of bull market.
6 more weeks of bulls, baby.
Yeah, what can I say? You know, I've been bearish all month, guys, but we're making new highs. We got the
5 days in.
Yeah, let's take the trades. Let's take all the longs. So NASDAQ looks good. SPY looks good. Dow's not there yet. And I imagine the VIX is probably dropping. Yeah.
Gotta be.
So let's go ahead and look at chart requests. Why don't you load me up, Jack?
Let's do it. This first one kind of related to your overall market overview. Let's see, let me pull it up. This one comes from Subtext requesting, can we take a look at the Wall Street bet stocks? How are they doing today, Shia? So,
all right.
Take us through a few Wall Street bets. Let's see the aftermath. See if there's any bodies still alive out there.
So yeah. So this is the high of like $400 or 420.69. It did briefly hit, so that was cool. As you can see, the baseline, all moving averages have sort of like broken down below them. All we have is resistance above us. I like this area. As you can see, we're kind of accumulating in this area, and I think we're going to come back up and retest here. Let's go down to lower time frames. Now, 2 places to grab it are here or the point of control here. I really like taking it back up towards $120 as a swing trade. This is not like I want to hold GME for the moon. This is not a short squeeze. This is just
the future.
Yeah, this is just a, price likes to retest areas. I'm sure that the market makers who are making hand over fist on $60 a stock GME would be happy to let the price push back up to this area a little bit before falling, so and I would also stop out late shorters, which are probably retail. So I think that there is something to be said there, but you want confirmation right here. You don't want to buy this candle and then we make a new low right here before moving up, because that's like actually a 30% move. This chart's a little
yeah, I was going to say that's important to look at the opportunity cost, the distance between price and the current point of control.
Yeah. Sorry, this chart is just so jacked by GME's movement that I can't really show you properly. But all right, AMC. I would say this looks arguably even more rough.
Yeah, you got more downside there.
Yeah, it looks like it wants to go maybe all the way down back to $4. Retest this trend.
Yeah, that looks like dog do.
Yeah, I think we'll just come down a little bit more here. And on the other hand, this could just be just a retest of the previous highs right here. If you started to get a bounce off of this area, that would be a very interesting trade to take. I mean, AMC has been saved as a company by this whole thing. There's no longer a chance of them going bankrupt like there was before. So the technicals have changed the fundamentals in one of these rare cases because one of AMC's debtors chose to turn their bonds into AMC stock so that they could sell it on the market and then make like a huge killing.
Not go bankrupt.
but AMC's bonds are AMC's debts. So they erased $700 million in AMC's debts by doing this, which saved AMC theaters as a company. So I don't know if you guys might not read the market news, but that's something something positive that's happened out of this whole situation, I guess. I mean, if you're an AMC shareholder, then it's positive. If you're someone who believes that movie theaters are American and they need to be saved and stuff like that, then fantastic. It's great news. I don't know. This company, it was going to go bankrupt. Now it's not. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's bad. Whatever. But it's what happened. So that fundamental shift could mean that AMC will not have the same fall that GME did because GME's fundamentals haven't changed per se by this whole thing. Although its executives made a whole bunch of money because they had stock options.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Just on, like, we're about to go out of business. You're like, oh, well, I got all these stupid ass options, and all of a sudden it just boom.
Yeah. Same story here on KOSS. We kind of pumped a little bit today, are back down. I would love to see a sweep back up towards this area. You can see on the VPVR, there's like a lot of volume that we can easily retest. Maybe even close up this gap right here before we fall the rest of the way down. I would make sure that I was getting confirmation. Like, this is not a great spot to enter. But if we start, what's a good trend to look out for here? If we broke this downtrend right here.
I love trying to find trends in these shitty charts.
Yeah, well, we're used to the very contiguous charts of crypto, where everything is connected, but there's gaps on the normal stock market. So I do have to kind of shift my view over. But yeah, I mean,
turn your head a little to the side.
So I think it's visible, and if we broke this to the upside, then that would be a good swing trade. Let's stop there. I don't want to look at all the other ones. No, I did hear Blockbuster was.
I've been saying Blockbuster forever. Isn't that like BBBY? Or no, that might be BlackBerry.
Gosh, I don't know, guys. Sorry, it shows you how much time I spend in the normal stocks. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I want to move on from these and get back to crypto, but yeah, there you go for these. I think there's some swing trades, but stay out. Otherwise, probably.
Walking us through Wall Street bet stocks and subtext for, of course, requesting that particular series of stocks. All right, I've got a bunch of requests already lined up. I did see a few comments here from Juicy OG. Juicy OG, new to the live chat as far as I can tell, but he's making some interesting comments in here. I'm not going to read them all, but just want to shout him out and let him know I'm with you, man. I do concur with much of what you're saying, and I do think that alts do present outsized gain opportunity. Obviously, Bitcoin is not going to 2 or 3x like some of these alts anytime soon. So indeed, there seems to be more opportunity right now in Ethereum and alts. But yes, thank you for your comments, Juicy OG. Let's get into the next request. I'm still collecting a bunch, but I already got a nice list here made up. This one comes from Ruliaban, OMG US. Thank you.
Oops. Oh my god.
Oh my
Looks good here. So as you can see, we have a break of resistance, retest, follow through. Looks great. I would take this probably up into the $7-8 range at least, easily, right from here. So if this has been retested, it's held. We're kind of hanging around this this area right here, which is a consolidation area. But yeah, I would take it up into this area, and then take profit and see what happens. It could easily follow other alts and just keep going, but I feel like that trade is a guarantee. And then from there, you know, it would be icing on the cake if OMG kept going. What's next?
All right, thank you to Roliban and the OMG request. Next one on the list is Maker. Ahmed Zishan saying, would love some thoughts on Maker and how much further it can.
How much further it can go?
Maker's
all right, you know
fine.
what? Let's take out a trend-based fib extension and see if we consider this to be a full pullback here. Then this should be enough for us to do it. Well, this chart would tell us that we could probably expect at least a small pullback in this spot right here, which I guess it's not crazy to think about. We just kind of 100%ed from the previous high. So this is like we doubled up. So pullback from a double up, totally fair. Then next highs from this area to look for would be 4K, 5K, and 6K, basically. 4K, 5, 2, 5, and then 6. So we'll mark that out here. Other than that, other than a trend-based fib extension, there's not much I can do to tell you where you would look for possible resistance levels. So these are your best bets.
Price discovery.
Yep. What's next?
All right, thank you for the Maker request. Let's get into the next one. This one comes from the Bricks. Yeah, he's requesting PCX USDT. PCX.
Maybe here. Yeah. What's PCX USDT? Pick something else. Let me know when he.
It's Chain X. Let's take a quick look. I'm looking. X is primarily traded on MXC.com. Seems like a bit of an obscure coin. If you like to skip this for now, we can try to run back to a little bit later. Okay, next one also from the Bricks. DOT, Kasama, and ETC PCX again. All right, so let's look at DOT and Kasama for the Bricks. I'm sure a lot of people. I mean, I see a lot of buzz in the live chat concerning staking and Polkadot and the generous APYs that's currently providing. But we'll get into that a little later. For now, let's dive into the DOT chart.
I don't really like DOT here on lower time frames. I think we're going to pull back into this previous trading range below $18 right here. As you can see, we tried to make a new high above 22, and we just didn't really. Yeah. Tell you what, if we close today with a new high, then DOT will be along. If we close today below this high, then DOT is not along to me. I would want to take DOT back in this area, which would actually make DOT probably a short because we'll be crossing back below the baseline. And at that point, we won't be looking at it for $11. So it's just not exciting me right here the way a lot of the other alts are right now. So let's look at Kusama next. Same kind of story here. So lower time frames, here you go. As you can see, this is kind of like a fake out, basically. We don't make it over resistance. We reject. We put in a bearish divergence on our oscillator right here, which is showing us, see, it's a higher high on price, but a lower high on the oscillator is showing us that there's weakness here in price. That's maybe not necessarily apparent. We'll also see this break of trend that I'm seeing Boom, just like that. So overall, I expect Kusama to pull back here, probably to sweep the lows at least. If not,
Sweep the leg.
yeah, I think Kusama is a fantastic short from this spot. Hold on, let me go put on the short right now. I feel really good about it. Yeah, this Kusama's totally pulling back from right here. So we even have sellers leaning in.
Yep, some nice bearish divergence there.
Yeah, you can see sellers kind of lean in to the drop right here. It's not getting smaller. Sellers are like, "Oh, it's time. Let's all do this thing." So yeah, I think I would take Kusama back towards $83. I like this area. Let's see this consolidation area. What's next?
All right, let's get into the next one. This comes from S Hyatt in the live chat. XRP, yes, XRP receiving.
How's she doing?
You know,
You poor bastard.
it's not over for Ripple yet, guys.
You poor bastard.
I think I like Ripple back up towards 50 cents right here. There's still a little bulge of volume up at right here at see right here at the previous high, which is also an area of resistance / support here too. So we're right in this area right now. I just don't see much bullish for us to do with it here. We're already starting to cross back under here on the daily. I don't like it near the highs. We're still under resistance. I don't want it. I don't want it. I mean, you guys are. I think I've already made my opinion on XRP clear. But even as it's just a trade, it doesn't make sense here. I'm not interested in it. We don't have much momentum either. So, what's next?
Okay, thank you for the XRP request. I like the pace Alex is moving along today. We have a lot of requests already logged. You guys might have to slow down with further requests, but at the pace Alex is going, maybe we'll get these all knocked out. Okay, this next one is for Rob G, and he's requesting FSN. FSN is Fusion, and it's primarily traded on Upbit and Huobi. I see it's also on Bittrex. So let's take a look at FSN.
Well, it had a fantastic couple of days. There's really nothing for us to do here. If you're in it, then hopefully you took some profit on this big candle here. It's up like what 400%, and then it's back down to only 100% right now. Let's look at the dollar pairing. Yeah, you're up like 400% today. I would take profit in this area that you are in right now. This is an area of resistance, as you can see. So here it's support, resistance, resistance. There's always the top of the $1.50 trading range, the $1.50 top of the trading range here. I would take profit in this area and then just hold the rest. We'll likely pull back, although I cannot guarantee that. Maybe we'll go on to retest the top of this area, but for now, this is such a large movement. I wouldn't expect huge follow through this week. What's next?
All right, thank you for the Fusion Network request. Let's get into the next one. This one comes from Challenged Investor, or the user formerly known as Challenged Investor CI. He's requesting AAVE, Synthetics, and THETA.
Yeah, all right. AAVE just still going for it. I will say this. We look like we're running out of momentum on the daily.
Slowing
so you can
down,
see
for
we've
sure.
got big candle, no wick. Medium candle, medium wick. Smaller candle, more than half wick. I'm sorry, this is a loss of momentum on the daily right here. I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up pulling back to retest $350 here on AAVE. You can see this resistance level we broke here, right here. Just boom, we break through it. All this volume here, and then we come back down and we retest this area right here. So that's how I want to play AAVE in this spot. I'll even draw it out right here, coming back down to here. So from there, I don't know if we'll trade sideways a little bit and then continue onwards, or if we'll end up just breaking down further. But I do want to take AAVE to this spot right here. Something like that. No, I don't want this line. AAVE synthetics, that's right. Synthetics is a long today. This is just a long.
Perfect.
I'll put that on my watch list. Maybe we'll take this later today. So it's true that I'm not super excited about the look of this wick, but hey, we're underneath the qualifying line where we've crossed here above zero, and we've crossed up here while above zero, and you know we just are above zero on the oscillator period, by virtue of having done so. And then our momentum bars are firing. We've got volatility, so everything is good to go here on synthetics. So I will probably take this since synthetics has been a high performer previously. It would be kind of dumb to ignore the long here.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens by the end of today. If it ends up being completely retraced, then I will take the trade. But
Finally,
for now, it looks good. So AAVE synthetics and
THETA. THETA.
Theta or ATA?
THETA in this case.
I do not like theta here. We are still underneath resistance. You guys know how I feel about that? Yeah, here's our resistance, and here we are. We wicked up into it. So I would want follow through. Also, we don't have enough momentum, but just that alone is enough to give me pause. I would want to see more follow through on theta first. So until then, I'm not interested in it. And I can see why people would be extra interested in theta today. Theta swap just dropped. For those of you who might not know, essentially theta is an Ethereum. It's an Ethereum killer blockchain. Essentially, it's supposed to do what Ethereum does, but better and cheaper. So a theta swap is Theta's first decentralized exchange. It's kind of like how we have Uniswap and stuff on Ethereum. So I don't know how big news that is. It could be that Theta Swap will not matter in this market for another 3 years, and then Theta Swap is just going to be where the next big ICO boom happens, and it's all going to be Theta coins and Theta 20 tokens, or whatever, their version of the ERC20, and it's all going to be over there. And maybe Theta Swap will have no bearing on this particular bull market run, but it's something for you guys to keep your eyes on one way or another, because moving forward, I can't help but imagine that with gas prices being what they are, DeFi is going to just like burst out of Ethereum and into all the different blockchains that can run smart contract applications.
I would agree, because the gas fees are getting crazy.
Yes, thank you for the recap on AAVE and synthetics, and a bit of theta as well, including some interesting fundamental analysis. Not sure how to call it, but yes, I do like that recap of theta, guys. Keep your eye on that one. Let's move into the next request. This comes from Tyler Dukacek. He says, looking like Bitcoin is gonna pull back on the lower time frames. Anybody got any idea?
Yeah, we're looking for 34,500 was like the first target. Maybe it'll bounce there, maybe it'll keep dropping. I don't know with lower time frames, but I do like that for a lower time frame short.
All right, hopefully that answered the latter half of his question. Anybody got an idea where to look for a bounce? So 34-ish, you said?
34.5. That's the local point of control. I'll point it out to you so you can see.
Sweet. All right, that is in the bag. Thank you, Tyler Dukacek, for that one.
So essentially, the top of this area right here is 34.5. This is 33.8. So basically, this 34 area is where I'm looking for. Where this, not that one. Let me go to another chart. There's always multiple point of controls on these things. There we go. Right here, this area, essentially. All right, please. What's next?
Okay, Dialer Tukachek, once again, thank you. Next one comes from Crudy K, aka the gentleman who just joined our, became a channel supporter. And they ask, any day trades I should get into? Kind of a general question, but maybe you want to throw them a bone here.
I would advise you to stay out of day trades, dude, especially if you're new. First of all, I mean, if you've got your eyes open, you see there's clearly a lot of opportunities in the market right now, even on the daily time frames. I mean, I think you would probably be doing yourself a disservice if you started trading. You're more likely to lose money that way, man. Right now, the best strategy is to find something that you believe in that has a chart that looks really good, and then kind of buy it and hold it. Day traders, I feel like, are probably missing out on big gains right now.
Yeah, and I can say from my personal experience, before I came here and really started to hone my trading, I used to trade a ton more. I would say 90% less now and make way more money just trading the daily. So I would suggest that you just learn how to trade using the daily first, and then you can go down to lower time frames if you want to. But with the way that the market's moving right now, I don't think you want to be moving money around all over the place when you don't know what you're doing. You're likely to get chopped up.
All right, well said, guys. Yes, we do. We are trend following traders here at Cracking Crypto, and we do counsel most newer traders to look at the daily, trade the daily chart. It really does simplify things, and in crypto, and again with the trend following, I think we do capture solid gains by not over trading, and again sticking to at least that daily time frame. But of course, if you want to learn more, Crudy K, you might be new here, do check out our Discord. Do check out crackingcryptocurrency.com. It is a bit of a general question. I think we can probably dive more into it if you join us on Discord or check out our website. Let's get into the next one. This comes from Subtext. We're asking a general question. Certain someone in here is convinced that DOT is going to 100x in the long run, and they're also convinced that they're going to make a 100% guaranteed profit running a DOT Validator Node. What are your thoughts?
Well,
Thoughts?
I don't believe in staking. Now, when you stake, you become a bag holder. What happens to bag holders in the alt crypto market? Well, every bear market, they get hammered. All their gains disappear, 85, 90, 95% of them. All the money that they make during that time that their gains are disappearing, all that, the money they make from staking, whether you want to call it inflation or whatever, is also 95% less during that time. It ends up being not nearly as profitable as people think it's going to be. Now, on the one hand, I suppose it is true that if you're getting into a project and you're holding it for like 10 years and you're just going to set something up, and I mean, eventually you'll get to the point where the inflation and DOT keeps going up, and DOT doesn't end up becoming a defunct project, which, by the way, how many projects do end up becoming defunct here in crypto? You're having an awful lot of faith, and I'm sorry, I don't want faith in my investment or trading decision. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's just, DOT is still a prototype product. We are still early adopters. All of this shit is still brand new, and you probably should not be looking to get into a 10-year-long hold on anything. And for those reasons, I don't think you should become a bag holder by buying a bunch of DOT and then locking it up in a validator node for X number of years, just so you can make 15% on, 50, or however many percents on an alt that has fallen 85% in price since you bought it. That's my advice. Take it, take it as you will.
Wow, Alex, you nailed it.
I come at it from the perspective of a trader. It's true. I know not everybody can, be like, hey, it's a market bottom this year, or hey, it's a market top this year. I mean, that's true, but I mean, if you spend just a little bit of time, you can be like, okay, well, you know, like, is this the depths of a bear market? Then this is when I start buying. Is this is this the height of market euphoria? This is when I start selling. You know, that doesn't take a rocket scientist to do that just sort of thing. It just takes someone with good emotional control.
Discipline.
Anyway, I guess that's really all I can say.
You summed it up really nicely, Alex. There's not much more to add to that. I'm just going to remind everyone, Alex does take this from a perspective of a sober trader, not so much long-term investor. So, as you can see, a long-term lockup period just doesn't appeal to him. There's not much more to be said to that. Now, if you're more of a technology enthusiast, if you do think that Polkadot is the future, I mean, heck, it is, number 4 on CoinMarketCap, moved up there relatively quickly. Clearly, majority of the space does see it as a valuable project that does have legs, that will be around, might have staying power.
The top 10 changes all the time, though. You know, there was a time where the market, there's a time when Litecoin was number 2. There were times when, the market likes to pick favorites and the market has ideas and stuff like that. But ultimately, the market doesn't know what's going to happen in 10 years into the future any more than we do. So, it's a guess for everybody else.
As far as I'm concerned, I mean, I don't think Polkadot even has its main net up yet. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, we're still very early in this, guys, so it's really difficult to commit to very, very long-term prospects. But I mean, yeah, Polkadot is looking up, so I'm going to take a slightly different approach than Alex. I do like to think that I do like to marry some of my bags. I like the idea of staking and running a node, but again, I'm more of a hobbyist, more of an enthusiast, and I agree there are no guarantees that Polkadot will be the one to rule them all. Or if it has any staying power, or if any of these coins are going to have any staying power. Again, guys, this is still a very speculative-driven market, and the way to speculate is not to necessarily lock up your equity in these coins with staking contracts. But this is something we can possibly explore a little more later. I think somebody just joined the Discord. Is that Johnny? Damn it, Johnny. Well, Johnny, look who's here.
Johnny boy.
Look who the cat dragged in.
I just popped in. Someone mentioned 8 o'clock, or was I late?
Nope, you're on the stream, bud.
You're on the stream. You're on the stream. Wakey,
I'm
wakey.
on the stream.
Yes, you are.
Right now.
I didn't realize you were live.
Oh.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, we're live right now.
Oh, but we are.
Say hello.
All right, so
How's it going?
we knocked out. We got Johnny with us right now. We knocked out Subtext's requests concerning DOT. I mean, yeah, I like DOT. I'm like bullish on it. But again, you can. I hope that Alex has kind of transmitted the thoughts of a trader in a speculative market. That's not much more needs to be said. Vinin. Okay, this is Pitaja. Man, it's like a weird Sri Lankan name. I find this very difficult to pronounce. I'm not going to try more than once.
That name is weird. It could be like Adam Smith in Sri Lanka, okay?
It could be, but Mr. Vinintlacha just sold Ren. Now I'm thinking to get into ALGO. So let's take a look at ALGO and see if we can tell them what to do next.
Yeah, I think ALGO looks good here for continuation. As you can see, we break previous resistance this week. Now we're facing resistance from here on the weekly. Let's go down to lower time frames. All right, good. So now you know where this resistance that we have right here is coming from. I'm not sure. We could pull back and consolidate just a little bit here. We've just made it above this resistance, and we have a little bit more resistance overhead, as I've shown. But overall, this is extremely bullish. If we pulled back, it would just be on the daily time frame or so. I expect we'll continue to make new highs here on ALGO. I mean, along with a lot of the other coins. So, If we do pull back, I'd look for 64 cents. Maybe a wick into the 55-cent area. That'd be it.
All right. There's your algo analysis, sir. Good sir. Let's keep going. For everybody else leaving requests, we might have to start cutting it off here. I still have like 24 requests to get through. We only have about 45 minutes left in the show, so hang tight, guys. We're not going to get them all done. Maybe slow down any further requests coming in. You know the deal. Next one is from S. Hyatt. Can we take a look at Alpha and RSR, please? Yeah,
Right.
Alpha was a big gainer in the last couple of days. Let's take a look at it.
Alpha and reserve rights. Okay, you got it.
I think we looked at reserve rights yesterday too.
I think it was 2 days ago, but you're right.
Yeah, it kind of all blurs into one, right?
Yeah. It's just so bullish here. I hope you understand that it is far too late to enter this.
Mm-hmm. That's full of hopium if you enter there.
Yeah, this is an incredibly parabolic trend. If you're in it, I would just keep holding. I don't know when it's going to end. I would find some kind of moving average that this is respecting and use that as a kind of exit signal. Otherwise, I would just stay in it. It's been. I mean, look at that. It's been incredibly bullish since like essentially the very beginning. So, missed opportunity.
Indeed. Next one's
Wow,
reserve
there's
rights.
so many out there, though. There's so many out there right now. Don't feel like you've missed anything, guys.
I know. I mean, it's not like it wasn't a good year for me. You think, oh, it could have been even better.
Yeah, can't think like that. That'll poison your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Reserve, right? Beginning to see a slight break of trend there.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, ChartX just added higher time frames the other week. I don't know if you noticed. We finally got 3 day, 1 week, 1 month, and then we've also got a nicer assortment of other time frames.
Nice. Speaking of which, you should probably check out Chart, huh?
We're gonna be looking at it a little later. I saw someone had requested it.
Yep.
I do like reserve rights in this spot because we've retested the previous high here. We're getting a nice 3 day confirmation on our oscillator. The other thing I like about reserve rights right here is it's giving us a very clearly defined exit point. If we were to get back under like 27.5 cents, then we want to be out, or 2.75 cents, then we want to be out. So I think there's a good trade here on reserve rights, and one of the reasons why is because we have that clearly defined exit point where if we were wrong, we know exactly where to exit. Like, okay, fail trade on to the next one, rather than like, oh my god, where do I go? Where do I exit now? Where do I exit now? So
Yeah.
you just would want to control for your risk by figuring out how far back that is, and then figure out how much of your account you want to risk if you hit that stop. But then otherwise, it's a good trade. Who's next?
Okay, let's get into the next one. What do we have lined up next? This one comes from, yep, here's the ChartX agency requesting ChartWise and UNISTAKE.
All right, let's do it. Let's do the thing. ChartX finally moving. As you guys know, I've been talking about ChartX since it was back here. Pretty big day for ChartX.
Congrats to you 1%ers out there.
Yep, this is an area where you would take a little bit of profits. I'm not taking any profits. I'm holding ChartX for the long term. If you're looking to buy in, I would look for pullbacks back towards 2 cents. If you're kind of missed out and you want to get back in, but this is a very nice level that we finally broke. We've broken back into this trading range up here. So this looks like 6 cents is, or 12 cents is on the table. So we will see what ultimately happens with ChartX, but it looks fantastic here. As you guys know, I've been talking about it for a while. So they actually have a working product, and they have they're continuing to do work, and their development team is very responsive, and it's something that I use every day. So
I think the analytics is going to be huge for them.
Yeah. It is nice to be able to see who is making trades and what they are doing.
Mm-hmm.
What are the top wallets doing?
I think it's gonna lead into a whole new way of trading for people, because now they're gonna have all of this stuff right at the. So it's gonna kind of change the game a little bit. You know what I mean?
It is kind of a democratization of trading tools, because once you can track whale wallets, which you can do with ChartX, they have it's set up where you connect ChartX to Telegram, and then you tell them what wallet you want to track, and it'll let you know every time that wallet makes a trade or something like that, and then that way if you know that a wallet, if you've been watching one for a while and you know that that's like probably an institutional trader or a whale, you can get on the side of the trades that they're taking.
Mm-hmm.
So I
blockchain.
I like those features that ChartX has. You can chart stuff on TradingView, but you can't do anything blockchain oriented. So
sounds like a pretty good feature. Agency, send me your wallet address. I want to monitor your whale status on the on the ChartX.
Yeah, you can watch all your friends' wallets. You get notifications.
See how poor your friends are getting.
You can do that on EtherScan too. You could get a notification about a wallet, but you can't track the trades in real time in that way. Where you can literally you can see the trades that people have made on the wallet, on the market that you're looking at, and then be like, okay, well, I want to see what else this wallet has been up to, and then if you decide, okay, this wallet's interesting, then you can set it up. Anyway, I've talked enough about Chart. I like it. What can I say? I like it. I put money into it. Therefore, I made money today because it's up. So, hey, it worked out for me. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at what were the other ones? It was UNISTAKE was the other one.
Yeah, Wise and UNISTAKE. I've been hearing a lot of things about Wise lately.
Me too.
Oh my God, UNISTAKE looks awesome right here. I would say at this point, it's probably time to take profits on UNISTAKE.
Take some profit, dude. For God's sakes.
So as you can see, we kind of run out of the momentum a little bit, and then we've got a red day. I would take some profits, and then hold on to a moon bag from here. Maybe we'll keep going, but it's pretty straight up, man. Most likely we're gonna come down here and retest and move sideways for a little while, consolidate those gains. So congratulations. What's the other one?
That's certainly a high angle of attack.
Wise and UNISTAKE.
There's Wise. All right. What's the other one? I think Wise is about ready to go here. I would consider picking some up and taking it back towards 90 cents again. Whichever way you want to draw it, we've broken the downtrend here. So, yeah. Yep. I like Wise here. As you can see, selling has really petered out too. Let's zoom in. Yeah, where are the sellers? So everybody who kind of wanted to sell has already sold into this area. Now we make a new high above here. It looks good. If we got above 60 cents, it would look even better. But if you picked it up in this spot, it might not come back to bite you. And at least if we came back below 45 cents, you'd know. I made a mistake. We'll wait to pick it back up again. Okay, what's the other one?
That's it for agency's requests. We're in the home stretch now, guys. Only like 36 more for us to go. All right, here we go. This one comes from Jose Alves. Can we take a look at BAT USDT, please?
All right.
Basic attention.
Nice. We found support on the trend line today here. There is nothing that we can do. It's just a little bit too volatile for us to catch this trade. We're above the qualifying line, I believe. I have to zoom in there. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. It stops right here. So, yeah. If you're in it, I would just keep holding it. We don't have any signs of a sell signal or anything. It's just not a trade that we could enter right now with a PTP system.
Don't gotta catch them all, folks.
Yep. What's next?
Hang tight on BAT. Jose Alves, thank you for the request.
Yeah, it looks good. If you're in it, I wouldn't dump it or anything. I just don't think we can.
David Rice is now requesting Zip BTC. Zipper.
Zip.
It's a Zipper coin, and it trades primarily on. This looks pretty new. Market data is locked. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to explore Zipper. Zip, I'm not getting much information on here. Looks pretty new to me.
I've got something, I think.
X, I got a contract address here for ChartX if you want.
Is it 52E7FD?
Correct.
All right, then I've got it here. I don't know what to tell you about this, man.
It's a crazy looking chart.
I will say that there is a clear prevailing uptrend. I mean, you don't need my eyes to see that. But I have no idea for sure that it's going to continue going up here instead of down. I don't really know what it's doing.
Yeah, it's a bonkers.
Can you click the extended data, the show trade, or actually I can see it on your right panel. I think $446 in volume, $2,000 in liquidity. Holy crap!
It's way too small on this for us to want to be involved.
Throw $100 at it, and you're officially a whale. So you're hearing of Zip here first, folks. You're one of the first. There's 3 trades on the board.
3 trades on the board.
I'm not sure how accurate this data is in the right pane there, but
it's pretty accurate. This is the last 24 hours.
Okay, well, thank you, David Rice, for tipping us off to Zipper BTC. Oh, Zipper BTC, dude. Maybe he's trading something else. How is Zip trading against BTCs? David, we're gonna have to come back and talk about this one.
Well, check out CoinTrader. I don't. We can look real quick. Maybe it's here. Try Zip BTC. Zipper. It's Zipper, not Zippy. Zipmex. That's interesting. I mean, I guess it could turn around here. It's worth 1 sat. I think that's 1 sat, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 zeros. Yep, that's 1 sat. This is telling us that the market hates Zipper, and you do not want to be involved in it.
This is telling us that the market hates this.
Yeah, we don't have any sign of anything positive. The price is so low that the built-in Fisher can't read it because, as we know, the built-in is broken on the original trading view. I just stay out of Zip, man.
Yes. Well, it was just clarified. He was actually misspelt that, and what he really wanted was Zill. But thank you for exploring. Thank you for exploring Zip. I have Zill on the list, so we can wait to get up to it. Next one is DGB, Digibyte for Super Relax in the live chat.
Man, I haven't heard Digibyte in a while.
Yeah, DGB, dude. That was a big meme coin for a while. OG meme coin in some ways.
Well, it's on its way again.
Well, guys, not to be a broken record, but we are at resistance right now. This area is resistance, and we're here. We're in the middle of this trading range. I do like that we have broken this resistance right here. So resistance, resistance, resistance. If you can score a retest of 3.2 cents-ish, 3.25 cents, then I think you've got a relatively low risk entry. I would, maybe we pull back tomorrow, score it in this area right here, and then you would just have your stop right down here. You're good right there, and you would take it long. It would be a nice setup because you would at least be shooting for the high right here. And so in that case, the trade would look something like this. And then it would make sense if you're taking it from this area. But when you're taking it from the middle of the trading range, then the trade doesn't make sense anymore, because you still got to have your stop set below this area for it to make sense. And then what you're taking a risk reward ratio of 0.5. So this is not the spot to grab DGB if you're trying to grab it here. You want to either grab it here or wait for breakout here, where you get a better risk reward ratio, because you'll get like a place where you'll know you can dump it if you need to get out. All right. So that's how you're going to want to play this. What's next?
Okay, that's DigiByte for Super Relaxed, channel supporter in the live chat. Thank you again. Next one is ZRX King 007. Hey bro, how are you guys? We want to know if ZRX is going to do it in the next couple months or days.
I mean, I think it did it.
It already did its thing.
Lucas,
Yeah, what do you mean? Is it going to do it?
Look at it.
Lucas Begard was more specific. He said, "Could you take a look at ZRX? I got out at 1.9, and I'm looking for a re-entry around 1.4, 1.5 ish. What do you think? Will Lucas get his re-entry?"
Yeah, man, you fucking nailed it. Congrats, dude. Yeah, I would start to ladder in around 1.4, and then I also see some volume around $1. So 1.4, 1.5 is good. Essentially this consolidation area that we saw. And then we also have this area that here where stuff happened on lower time frames, and they don't necessarily show up right here at $1.
Great trade, man.
You nailed it. Keep up the good work. What's next?
Right, let's get into the next one. Cavano Trades in live chat says, "Lol, accidental zip might be the trade of the century." Yeah, you know what? Maybe we stumbled upon something. You know, there's this zip thing on
contrarian position. Well, the market hates zip.
Hold on. Well, what is this? This zip on Uniswap might be different. I don't know what the zip on Uniswap was. The one with the 4 trades and about the $2,000 in liquidity.
No, that might be it. Well, here we can find out. Zipper.io. Let's check it out.
Who wants to YOLO some spare money? Let's go throw $10 and $150 in Uniswap fees at Zipper.
Yeah,
show.
but you're gonna spend like $200 on gas fees.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be a Zipper whale, homie.
Okay.
Man, the website won't even load. Well, that's
red flag.
Quality project.
Shut it down. It's over.
Shut it down. That's how fast.
Yeah,
You went from being a zipper whale in 1 second to just hating it the next.
I was undecided. Then the site went down. That tipped it over for me. All right, guys. All right, so I think we concluded concerning ZRX. Let's get into the next one. This is 1 inch. Yes, 1 inch is a banger the last few days.
1 inch.
Max Welch from the live chat says, "What's up, guys? Could you do an update on 1 inch? What are your thoughts about it? Do you think it could be more successful than Uni?"
I have no thoughts about success versus Uni. So yeah, that's the thing on fundamentals, and I couldn't tell you. As far as the chart itself, I mean, it looks beautiful.
Anything to do on it?
Hmm?
Chart looks beautiful. Did you have any further thoughts, or are we moving into the next one?
I'm sorry, I'm adjusting stuff on my screen, man.
Oh,
Is
my
that
bad.
okay?
Yeah, no worries. Sorry, dude. Didn't mean to.
Bust your bubble. I'm taking this thing all the way back up to $122. That big old wick that you saw.
Mm-hmm. That would be great. Yeah. I would say for right now, it looks a little bit topped out. So you see, we make this big wick up, and then we kind of come up and retest liquidity on the wick, and now we're rejecting a little bit. We could pull back to $4.50, maybe even $3 here, but I would want to that would be a place to buy into 1 inch. I don't think that's the end of 1 inch's run by any means. You can see volatility just continuing. So small volatility expands. Volatility expands more. Big volatility expansion. You can see prices range here more than prices range here, back here. So ultimately, I think that's probably the best way to play this one. I just don't. I wouldn't want to buy up here. It's a good take profit area. What's next?
All right, thank you for the 1-inch analysis, Alex. Sorry if I rushed you a little earlier. Sometimes I'm not actually watching your chart. I'm tabbed over to another screen. Okay, let's see here. I did notice someone by the name of Liel Avrahan in the live chat, wondering how do I leave a request. You just drop your chart request in the live chat, but you are coming in kind of at the tail end of the show, so no guarantee we will be able to get to it. So just let us know what you want to look at. It's possible we already looked at it earlier. For that reason, check back on the show after we wrap up. When you view the replay, we will have timestamps below. So if you happen to miss a chart we already did in the first hour or two, it'll be super easy to find it. Just got to navigate to the timestamps you see in the description below of the video after we move to wrap. But yes, let's get into it. And next one is a question from Max Welch. What would you say the main difference is in terms of charting cryptos versus stocks, indicators, moving averages, etc.? How does your charting setups differ and why?
They don't. And they don't. The difference is there's no weekend data. There's sometimes more gaps on stock data that can make it a little bit more difficult to see where to draw lines and stuff. But as far as the indicators and stuff like that, the indicators are all like originally built with stocks in mind. So it's the markets are markets. There are some exceptions. ETFs aren't necessarily bound by normal supply and demand laws because their pricing is attached to the net asset value. That's kind of like under the control, but under the umbrella of the exchange traded fund. And then they just issue more ETF notes as people want them, or take them off the market as people don't want them. So not normal supply and demand stuff necessarily for ETFs, but generally, crypto, stocks, Forex, they're all the same. Maybe you got to have different settings. Things can be different from market to market, but ultimately, the rules of technical analysis don't change, because it's more like the markets are a reflection of human psychology, and human behavior does not change from market to market, generally speaking. I think that's really all I have to say.
Yep, well answered. Thank you so much, Alex. You're dealing with a true professional when answers are succinctly answered like that when it comes to charts and the markets. Always like hearing Alex's perspective on things on here. This next one.
If you like succinct perspectives, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. You see that like button right there at the bottom?
Hit it.
Okay, this next one comes from OJ Fixie. Do you think Ether will hold the 1400 euro base, or are we seeing a big drop incoming? I guess he's looking at Ethereum Euro. I don't know if that's something you want to actually explore, or do you just want to point him toward the Ethereum analysis we did at the start of the show?
I will look real quick. Guys, I already have enough USD pairs to look at. Please don't bring me Euro pairs.
Yeah.
Please. 1,400 Euro.
Can I please
I don't know, man. That's what we'll find out. I don't know if it will hold the base. I bet it needs to hold the base. This is $1,600 area we were looking at. It needs to hold it, or else it's going to head back down towards 1150 euros. So that is what I have to say about that. Otherwise, go back and look at the ETH USD pair and trade a real currency, not like the euro.
Could we look at ETH rubles, please?
Okay, thank you for that question. Here's another general question. ANCAP futures, why do you tend to stay in crypto and Forex? Is it just preference or something?
I just don't know anything about stocks. And the stocks require you to know an awful lot about fundamentals. You have to keep track of earnings reports. I find that crypto is in a way less news oriented because the entire market is all hype. There's no fundamentals, like news stories. I mean,
Elon
you don't have
tweeting.
to worry about earnings reports. You don't have to worry about dividend stuff. You don't have to worry about PE ratios. So in that way, I think crypto is sort of a little easier.
And it never closes.
Yes,
that's what I love about it.
You know, when it comes to companies, you know, a news story about a. And anyway, I don't want to draw like too big of a target on like the news story thing, because I know cryptos can, you know, have like bad news stories come out about it and stuff, but it's just I feel like it's rarer and
it's a more exciting market. It's a more exciting market, guys. It feels like the Wild West in here, and it feels like we're doing something completely different. It feels like we're trading with substance.
I also only have so much time in the day. I look at like how many markets a day. I mean, you guys have me looking at charts for 2 fucking hours straight, and we still only look at like 60 of them, right? So if we add stocks to crypto and forex, like it'd be out of my mind looking at charts all day long. I just can't do it, guys.
And that causes analysis paralysis.
It's fun, guys. It's volatility rich marketplace. Who in their right mind who's excited about trading wouldn't get turned on to the sight of these kind of daily swings? There's just so much to capture here. It feels like a Wild West. It feels like we're on the ground floor or something, and there's something to say about just the unique infrastructure that is crypto. You know, we self-custody, we self-trade, we do things just, I don't know, it feels more hands-on than traditional markets, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. That's just my thoughts on it. All right, let's get into the next question. I know we have still a few requests to knock out. About less than 20 minutes left in the show. This next one comes from Echo Lima, OXT USD. Let's see it. EL requesting Orchid.
Okay, well, just keep holding like I said yesterday. No sell signals. What's next?
Wow, brief and how I like it. Someone asking about...
Yeah,
I think GBU's yanking our chain here. GBU Professor Wally. What is hollow MA? I think you mean the Hall MA, the Hall moving average. I think it was already answered. I'm not sure if this is just a question in jest. I think he means the hollow MA. I think he means we usually mean Hall MA. Maybe that's what he's referring to. Either way, the whole moving average, I think, is the answer to that one. Next one comes from Ahmed Zishan. Please spend a few moments looking at ZIL and Rose. They have long signals, but do they lack momentum, he asks. ZIL and Rose apparently lacking momentum, but long signal nonetheless.
I like those kind of questions. That shows that he is actually
it doesn't have enough momentum for me to take long. Now, do I think that ZIL will probably sweep the highs here like almost every other alt has been doing? Yeah, probably. I bet you can take ZIL up to like the 9 or 10 cent area. But you're right. It doesn't seem to be, pushing the way a lot of other alts have been. Just kind of hovering sideways right here. So right now it doesn't have enough momentum for us to take along. And then Rose, I remember Rose is about to break out, but no. I think Rose has enough momentum to stay in here. I mean, we broke yesterday's high. I don't know what more you would want on on it. So I mean, we're above the baseline. We're above zero on our oscillator. We're firing here. We can't take a long here because we're above the qualifying line. We could have taken it yesterday, but yeah. So I would just, if you're in Rose, I would just stay in Rose. It looks like it's going to keep making highs here. What's next?
Okay, I did forget to mention the super chat that did come in much earlier. This GB Wally question reminded me that Wally did in fact drop us an $8.50 super chat. Please, sir, this one's for your family, says Mr. Wally. The ever so generous GB Professor Wally. He has been a stalwart supporter of our channel, dropping frequent super chats. GB Wally, much love, my man. Thank you so much for your support. Really couldn't do it without you. All right, we've done Zill, we did Rose. Let's get into, well, we're in the home stretch now. Dan requesting Luna, Rose, and Uni on lower time frames. Rose we did, Uni we did. Maybe take a quick look at Luna at the lower time frames, as he said.
Yeah.
Luna.
I mean, we've got a sell signal here on Luna, so on lower time frames, there's just nothing really for us to do. On higher time frames, there's also nothing for us to do. We're pretty topped out here, it seems. I would consider taking profits in this area, but we also don't have a sell signal necessarily. Yeah, I would just say this is way too overextended for us to do anything with it. So, what's the third one?
We already did them.
Knocked them all out, so we're just going to transition into the next one. Shoutouts to Dan in the live chat. Let's get into the next request. As for GB Wally, I did catch your request. They're coming up in just a second. Hang tight. Pablo Gutierrez asks, hey guys, can you do a Ren for a long exit? Not asking for Ripple ever again. Okay. He's asking about Ren for a long exit. Not sure what that means. Oh, maybe he's looking for where to take
profit.
Yeah, on his long on Ren.
Well, I think if I remember Ren correctly, you probably should at least take some profit.
Where you're long from.
Right.
If you're long from anywhere in this area, then I would take profit right here.
Yep.
Yep. It trade completed.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I don't see there's no trades for us to take here on the daily. We're overextended. There's nothing for us to do on lower time frames. We haven't really crossed back below the lower time frame moving averages, except maybe the hourly. But I don't know if I would be taking any hourly trades. You can see it's pretty volatile on the hourly here. I don't. I would stick to 3 and 4 hour for if you're going to be scalping alts at all, which you probably shouldn't. So yeah, I would take it in this area for now.
All right, that covers the question concerning Ren for Mr. Gutierrez. Next one comes from Wally. Wally, I promised we'd get to this one. Here it finally is. Mr. Wally says, please, sir, do look at Filecoin USD on exchange of any choice. All right, Filecoin.
All right. Oh. I mean, it's just going, gone.
Whoa.
Fill up your cup. It's gone.
So yeah, I would just try and get in on a pullback, and you could probably take this to like $30 back up to this trading range.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I would look to be taking profits in this area and just wait and see what happened. What's next?
Get into the next one. Hunter HU1 in the live chat. I'm wondering where ETH is going next. You're going to have to rewind and catch our Ethereum analysis in detail. It probably happened, I don't know, around the 30-40 minute mark of the show. If not,
we also did Ethereum Euro.
Yes, we did Ethereum Euro as well. But basically, come back, Hunter, after the show's wrapped up. You're going to find timestamps a little bit after the show's over, and then you can catch the replay and easily find the Ethereum timestamp to hear our analyst thoughts on that. Okay, so we did Mr. Wally's Filecoin request. He also asked if we could look at the Grayscale trifecta at some point. That would be the GBTC, the ETH Trust, and the Litecoin Trust. Could you take a quick look at the Grayscale Trust, please?
We can look at them. I never know what to say about these things. Hanging out at resistance, nothing for us to do with this. Yep. I wouldn't really take a trade on it in this area. Mm. On the other hand, the weekly is interesting looking. I would be interested in taking it on a weekly close above 20. Otherwise, we're still at resistance, under resistance. Like this entire area is resistancy. Our stop have to be all the way down here. Not interested until then. Grayscale Bitcoin underneath the daily baseline here. Really not interested in it. You got to admit, this actually looks pretty weak, right?
How dare you?
Yeah, this makes me wonder about Bitcoin. Does Bitcoin look this weak? Well, we are looking for that lower time frame short, at least on Bitcoin. And then I don't even know what the Litecoin. I've literally never looked at the Litecoin Trust in my life. So we'll look at the chart. What is it called? Is it G Litecoin?
No, it's called, I think, LTCN, if I'm not mistaken. LTCN.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Looks pretty rough to me. I guess I'm wrong. I have looked at it once before in my life, and I drew a line on the chart. You can see it right here. I think things look pretty rough here on the Litecoin chart. We could come back up and retest this area a little bit, but we look super topped out here. I would expect to pull back towards this area-ish, maybe the 70s, maybe 100s. What is next?
Okay, we've got, how much time do we got left in the show? Well, a little bit over 10 minutes still remaining. Alright, this one is extra special because Juge in the live chat, well, he's been waiting a long time for this one. Can you look at the graph GRT, please?
Sure. I know graph tokens knocking on $1 last time I looked at it earlier today. Here's the $1 mark. There's just not much that we can do with this right now. It's kind of at resistance. It's already way past any point where we can take a trade. We don't have a continuation signal. It looks good. We don't have any, and we don't have any sell signals yet, not even on lower time frames. But there's nothing for us to do with it. If you're still in it, I would. This is not a bad spot to take some profits, but there's also, it's not even like we really have a take profit signal because we don't. So. That's purely speculative. Like, $1 is a nice round number for a resistance level for GRT. Come to think of it, right? Like we all know how the human mind works. So I would be very, very cautious. This tap on $1 and seeming rejection from it. But then again, I guess if we close the day above $1, then that's not really an issue, is it? So it'll depend a little bit on the close. But if we did reject from here, that I want to pick it back up near like 64 cents or so. Basically around the previous high. 64 cents, 65 cents. I like that spot. What's next?
Right, hope that covered the GRT request for Juge. Thank you so much. Alright, we've got just enough time to knock out these last few.
Have you looked at HBAR, Alex, today?
No,
There, Hashgraph. Let's throw Johnny a bone here. Take a quick look at HBAR.
Nothing to do.
That's an interesting request from you, Johnny.
Yeah, so I mean, we're inside of the no trade zone. We don't have any momentum, so yeah, there's nothing really to recommend this to us right now. Maybe eventually, and also we're at resistance. Hello, we don't buy resistance.
Hello, McFly. Anybody home?
Yeah. Come on, Johnny. You know the drill.
Well, you don't want to short?
Why would I short? We're inside the no trade zone, and we're above zero on our oscillator.
I'm just pulling your leg.
All right. Well then, let's get into the final few requests. Alex, I'm just gonna name these last few ones off, and I imagine you might be kind of gassed out after this marathon Friday session of chart analysis.
Yeah,
so I don't want to overwhelm you because there's still a small number of them left. So I'm gonna name them all. We have Tron, Zcash, EOS, New Cipher, BAL, and Phantom. Any of those look interesting?
All right, so New and BAL, I can already tell you, they're just going. Just keep holding. Actually, I'll look at BAL. I know BAL was moving, but I looked at New Cipher earlier. It's up 80%. I don't know what you want to tell me. I mean, you either missed it or you're holding. Take some profits. Congratulations.
Their question was actually concerning New Cipher was where could the next dip be? You tell me if you want to explore that line of questioning. If not,
look at the chart.
If not, we can go to BAL. Up to you.
I would go to
I
Coinbase.
would be looking for a dip, man. I would go find another coin. This is just gone.
Mm-hmm.
I really hate how this moving average envelope is always so gigantic on this chart. I guess you... No, I just don't have enough volume to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. 40 cent, 35 cent. It's, yeah, I don't know.
It's gone, guys.
I think spots. I would just let it go.
Find a new coin.
It's up at like 3x this past week. It's gone, man. What's next?
Okay, next one is going to be BAL. Yes, BAL. BAL for Jose Alves in the live chat. BAL USDT requested.
Nothing really to do here. We made a new high today, so I would consider taking a long signal. As much as it may seem crazy, at the very least, we've got a really easily defined exit area. So, as you can see, today we break over resistance. We'll be closing above it. We'll probably pull back tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised, but we could keep going. We should have a continuation signal at the end of today. As you can see, we're crossing back up here. That is a continuation signal. I don't know if I will take this. This is a little overextended for my taste. As you can see, we're already almost parabolic here, but it looks good. What's next?
Okay, and once again, I will name off the remaining requests. Tron, Zcash, EOS, and Phantom. I mean, we are in an EOS trade, right?
Yeah.
I am still.
You guys want to take a quick look at EOS? Maybe, can I still enter this trade?
No.
Alright, don't bother then.
Well, I mean, it's. I think it just hit take profit 1 today. So I mean, it's like it's on the move.
She's gone.
Yeah. Should be a continuation signal at the end of today on Phantom.
I haven't heard FTM in a while.
Yeah. You could take it. I don't know why. I don't feel super excited about it. We're just kind of still under resistance in this area. I mean, because you can see this is all resistance above us here. But we do close a higher high today here. So that's something that's really good on our side. Our oscillator will be crossed up, but we don't have a lot of momentum on our WADA. We don't necessarily need it for a continuation long signal. Hey, man, if you're a big fan of Phantom, sure, it's a long, you can take it. It's just not something I'm super interested in for whatever reason. It's just not catching my fancy. All right, we'll look at EOS, and then you know what? We're going to call the show because we've
Yep.
got a power to get to. You know what? I take it back. Maybe you could enter EOS today. Now that we broke this resistance at $3, this is starting to shape up nicely. And this week should close a new high if we close above $3.10. If we close above $3.10 on the weekly right here, I think this is that $3? Yeah, $3.10. I think it's very bullish because we're back up into this trading range here. See, this we've been trapped below this range since November of last year. So we're making a new high here on the weekly. It's good. And with that, do the wrap up. We got to get some power.
I would
That's
bid
it.
you adieu.
Moving to wrap. Yes, that was EOS for Tomislav Jurocic in the live chat. Thank you very much for the EOS. Sleeping Giant is finally moving, says Tomislav. Right on. I certainly hope so because I got my EOS bags packed and I'm ready to dump them on your head once we hit $10 or $15 a coin. All right. What more needs to be said? I think that's it. I'm gonna round out. I just dropped a link to the poll, today's poll. Have you not checked the poll yet? Have you not responded to the poll yet? Well, now is your opportunity. Poll is now on screen. Check it out, guys. Today's poll, just as a reminder, is altcoins and DeFi tokens are on a tear. Which of the following coins do you think will be the biggest gainers of the weekend? We've got 40 votes already in. It seems that we are heavy into the Ethereum. Ethereum will keep posting new all-time highs, says 38% of respondents. Then I see other, the Link, the New, the Sushi, the 1inch, the Atom, the Algos, and others currently have 30% of votes. People are apparently not too wild about AAVE, Maker, and Uni, all sitting around 10% of responses. So it seems heading into the weekend, all eyes are on Ethereum. Will Ethereum break 1800 this weekend? Will it break 1900 even? Very, very excited times here in the crypto space. And of course, you're following, well, what I would go out on a limb here and say is one of the best crypto TA channels in the game, at least here on YouTube. We got some of the brightest and the best analysts, some of the most sober, some of the most methodical traders in the game here. I mean, I probably don't have to tell you this. If you're one of the viewers still tuned in, you're here for a reason. It's because you love the TA, you love what we do here at CC. I mean, and if you're not one of the regular subscribers, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe while you still have a chance. Get
Or
in
just
there.
keep sticking around and let us prove it to you.
Indeed, yes. If you're super new, you're not quite sold yet, stick around for a little longer. Like Jason said, you will certainly find the value of our CC analysts, the bright minds here at CC, everybody that makes it happen from the crypto
And
bull.
if nothing else, be sure to stop by our Discord and become a part of the community. I mean, you can still
Yep.
learn if you're not paying a member. I mean, it's not like we'll not like help you out with charts or something like that.
That's where we keep the conversation going after the stream, guys.
Yep.
So make sure to check out the Discord.
Yep, Jason did post a Discord invite link up above just about a minute or two ago. So if you guys do want, yeah, join the Discord, guys. And this Saturday, I think UFC returns. Fight Night is back, so we are probably going to be streaming UFC in the premium lounge for the premium members. That is a good question. Let's see here. What do we have coming up?
We all got to watch Connor get knocked out.
Let's see, UFC Fight Night tomorrow starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's Overeem versus Volkov. So the main event is Alistair Overeem for the heavyweight.
Ooh,
and Alexander Volkov. So very interesting. Requires premium membership to tune in and join the UFC fight party, but that's basically it, guys. I don't have much more to add. It's been a great show. It's been a great week. It's just been an awesome trading week. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon. We've had great subscriber count come in. We've had great view counts come in over the week. We've had people joining the premium. We've had people messaging us and telling us we're doing great work. They love what we do here at CC. It feels good. It gives me that warm fuzzy feeling knowing that everybody is happy, everyone's content. I mean, even everyone with the alt moon bags is, oh man, Ben jumped in here. He messed up.
Everyone's partying today.
Yeah, everyone is. Everyone's celebrating. Even the altcoin bags. Every dog has his day, right? So even EOS apparently picking up. So everything apparently seems right in the world. Am I right, guys? Are you guys psyched for a weekend? Have you had a great week? Do let us know. Drop a comment below. Be sure to respond to the poll. Let us know how you're feeling. But that's really about it, gentlemen. I don't have much more to add. It's been a pleasure, as always, hosting the show with our analysts. Going to wrap the show up, and we're going to wrap the week up here. Much love, again, to our audience and our analysts, Alex and Jason, as always.
Just make sure to trade safely over the weekend, guys.
Thank you to everybody who left a request. Sorry if we couldn't get to them all, but you know we only have like 2 hours Monday through Friday to get through all the requests, and as fast as we go, we still can't get them all, but we knock out a good majority of them. It's been a pleasure, guys. It's been a great episode. It's been a great week. I can't say it enough, but I'm going to move to the close now. Much love, everybody. Time for lunch.
Goodbye.
Out we go.